Welcome back to our channel, ladies and gentlemen. Kindly bear with my voice, it's still very coarse, and even pronouncing certain words is still a bit problematic. I'm recuperating, I'm not feeling quite well. Now, barely a few hours before William Ruto embarks on his very hyped Nyanza tour, he is already finding obstacles on his way. In fact, it's not gonna be a walk in the park. This is because every purpose that William Ruto wanted to achieve in Nyanza is facing some kind of hurdles on his way. In this video, I want us to look at how William Ruto is finding an obstacle in each and every purpose that was taking him to Nyanza. Before we do this, if you are watching us for the first time, allow me to request you to hit that subscribe button and click the notification bell so that whenever we release a video like this, YouTube will automatically notify you. You can also share and like our videos. And to those who support our channel, I want to say thank you very much. Again, bear with my voice. Now, as William Ruto plans, because I think he will be in Nyanza tomorrow, and I realized that there are 4 things that are taking William Ruto to Nyanza. And number 1 is legitimacy, the ever elusive legitimacy issue. Ever since William Ruto was sworn in as the President of the Republic of Kenya, he is still suffering to gain legitimacy. He is trying to be accepted in most of the areas that did not vote for him. I know he's accepted in Central, he's accepted in Rift Valley and parts of the Western Kenya. But if there is something that William Ruto and Rigathi Gachagua have always wanted, is to be accepted in Nyanza. And that is one of the things that is taking William Ruto to Nyanza. And is trying to woo them to accept him as the duly elected President of Kenya. And while he's trying to do this, the immediate setback that William Ruto is receiving is that currently there are talks that are going on in Bomas. And these talks are aimed at looking at the events that took place during and after the presidential election in 2022. And at the center of everything is opening of the server. And even the IEBC had said that they are ready to open that server. But on further scrutiny, you realize that even the Kenya Kwanza team is not very ready to see that server being opened. Now, the Nyanza people are being told to accept that William Ruto is the duly elected. I keep on saying, I told you I have a problem in pronunciation because my tongue still has a problem. So every time William Ruto tells people that he was duly elected and he wants the Nyanza people to accept him, the Nyanza people are questioning because Raila is telling them that my votes were stolen. And so they're saying that the only way to know whether you really won the elections is to open the server, because Kimani Chungwa and Kalonzo Musyoka are cheering a team that is looking at the scrutinizing the events that took place during that during the election. And so even as he will be there and embarking on other projects, I can assure you that he's still not going to be accepted as the duly elected president in Nyanza, because Raila's told them my vote was stolen, and that is what is taking place in Bomas. They keep on shouting on top of their voices. The other day at the National Governing Council meeting at Bomas, he really said how people elected him and it was a free and fair election, and he was saying that it was in Bomas where he was declared the victor of the presidential elections. But I looked at the comment and people are telling him, yes, you were declared, but no one voted for you. So the first obstacle there is opening the server to clear the air so that he can get that legitimacy. Otherwise, he's still going to remain a president of the Rift Valley, of Central, or simply a president of Kenya Kwanza, of the UDA. As Mother Karua puts it, the constitution allows William Ruto to be the president, but there are people who have never accepted him. And so if that server is going to be opened, then maybe William Ruto is going to get that legitimacy. Number two, are the projects that William Ruto are going to take to Nyanza. Already, if you, I want you to listen to what the deputy governor of Kisumu is saying in terms of developments that William Ruto purports to taking to Nyanza. And what is coming out very clearly is that William Ruto is going to be met by a people who feel that they are being given shadow projects. The main projects, some of which had even started during the Uhuru regime, have been abandoned, and now William Ruto is going with what we call just some simple projects that the governor or the people of Nyanza feel will not help them. Just take a look.
Now, secondly, we know that you're going to go to Moroni. When you go to Moroni, let us know the fate of the farmers who have been supplying sugarcane and have been paid for all this time. Let us know the fate of those who are working in those factories who have not been paid their salaries and their deductions to NSSF, NHIF, and all the other things. We also want to know the fate of the special economic zone. This was already agreed on by the last regime. You have not allocated any money to be able to do the special economic zone. That is the only project that will transform the economy of Kisumu. We also want to know the fate of Korusoin multipurpose dam, which was already budgeted for, and your government withdrew the budget. And now you are coming to give us a token in the name of, a fish, I don't know which plant in Kabonyo Kanyagwal, yes, costing only 2.5 billion, when you have removed billions and billions of shillings from the budget that was already allocated for the county of Kisumu and for the region. We want to know when you are resuming the construction of the Mamboleo for Tanan Road that was already allocated money. We also want to know what your plan is with the port, and we want to know also when you're going to bring the SGR to Kisumu so that Kisumu can connect to the port of Mombasa, so that the people of Kisumu, who are also Kenyans and who also give their taxes, can also get jobs and can live just like other Kenyans. And finally, Mr. President.
So that tells you that as he goes there and he will be launching the fish projects and those small roads, people are demanding for bigger things that can change their lives, because they say they are also taxpayers. So that is another obstacle. He wants to tell them that he's giving them projects, but they are telling him that yes, you are giving what you call us, what you may think are projects, but we demand for the mega projects that were initiated by Uhuru Kenyatta, and there were even budgetary allocation on them, but you have abandoned them, and people feel that he is really hoodwinking them. Number three, William Ruto is going there to seek for the support of Nyanza people, at least to allow them, to allow him to be part and parcel of them to campaign there for 2027. But there is a bigger obstacle in that the people he is looking for their support are also being butchered at the Kericho and Kisumu border in Sundu area. Already we have people who are dead, others have been injured and they're in hospital. So the obstacle here is, he is busy telling them to support them, yet he is there presiding over what the deputy governor there is saying. He is killing them, and the deputy governor is telling him, you are taking policemen to Haiti, yet in this small corner of the world, in this small corner of Kenya, you have left and abandoned your people to be killed.
Allow me to say this in English. We have seen a very systematic way of dealing with our people every other time when the president is coming to visit Nyanza. The other day when he was going to visit the PS of Interior, they attacked us at Sondo and killed our people. Yeah. Now he's coming back to Kisumu again, they have again attacked us and killed our people. And we are saying enough is enough. Allow me to say the following, Mr. President. If you are coming to Kisumu, the first agenda on your table must be how to resolve the issue of Sondo boundary. We know where the boundary is. We are not going to keep quiet when you keep killing our people at Sondo at the pretext that we have infringed on the boundary of Kericho. We are tired. Mr. President, we are tired. I mean, we can't keep mourning our people. It is time that you come and have a look yourself. Yeah, you are busy taking policemen to Haiti, and yet in a very small space in Kenya, you cannot keep the security. Even that Haiti nonsense is misplaced, Mr. President.
So as he will be telling them, Harambe, UDA, kazi ni kazi, I want you to be part of us, mimi nini nini, they will be wondering, you're the same person who is presiding over the killing. The reason why they believe it is presiding over killing is because Rayo Molo is one of their own and is the PS in the Ministry of Interior, but everything is silent. Of course, I saw after the complaints from Nyanza leaders, Kithure Kindiki swiftly, I think, took policemen and GSU at the border, but this is a reaction. What have they been doing all along when these people are fighting? Every time William Ruto goes to Nyanza, you realize that people are fighting. So that is another obstacle that is going to face Ruto as he try to woo them to support him in 2027. So ladies and gentlemen, as I've said, the gods are not with William Ruto. And as he traverses Nyanza, he will be giving them the rhetorics as usual. And he knows what to what is music to the ear. It seems that the battle lines are drawn. If it is developments, they have refused those small developments. They want him to resuscitate the bigger ones. If it is support for 2027, he want the Nyanza people want William Ruto to stop the killings, because you cannot be campaigning and at the same time killing people. And if it is about legitimacy, if you want the Nyanza people to accept him, then he must open that server so that they can know exactly who won. And maybe lastly, he may be thinking that he can dislodge Raila Amolo Odinga from Nyanza. The first obstacle that this is going to face is that the very people he's using to try and displace Raila from Nyanza politics are enemies of the people. They are rebels. People are asking them when they said they were going for development projects, they're being asked, what are the projects that you're talking about? Ojenda the other day presided over opening, I think it was an expansion of facelifting a chief's camp or something. And there were structures made of mabati, iron sheets. And people are asking, are these the real development that you went to State House to bring us? Because when you betray your people and you want to ditch ODM and you are going to State House saying that I went for projects for development, we want to see tangible projects. You cannot come back with mabati and tell us that these are the structures that William Ruto gave me. And so that is another obstacle, because the Nyanza rebels are finding it very difficult. They are the same people William Ruto is using to traverse Nyanza, to get into Nyanza politics, but they've already been rejected. Of course, there are a few people who can be given money to shout on top of their voices. It is going to be very difficult for him. And the Nyanza tour is going to be a fiasco. And if you want to know that it's going to be a fiasco, wait for, I don't know, the 4 days or the days is going to be Nyanza. And when he comes back, we will do a post-mortem, and you will agree with me that the conditions that had been set and is not going to meet them. The good thing about Nyanza people is that you cannot give them rice and meat the way he did somewhere in some part of this country, and you think that that is enough for them. So what do you think, ladies and gentlemen? Do you think William Ruto is going to succeed? If you ask me, this is going to be a fiasco. It is a tour that is dead on arrival.